Is there a first motion with regard to the 11 Rogers Road property?
Move that the town authorize the select board to acquire property that is known and referred to as 11 Roger Road, Great Barrington, Mass. The property, together with all existing buildings and structures at the property, on such terms and conditions as the select board shall determine are appropriate, and with the select board to have custody of the property for the purpose of sale and conveyance, and to transfer from the sale of real estate fund the sum of $298,000 to pay for the acquisition and associated costs, and authorize the select board to take any action and to execute any documents in connection with such acquisition.
Is there a second? The motion has been made and seconded. Would someone like to explain the reasons for the motion?
Madam Moderator, David Dinsky of KP Law, Town Council. And the board asked me to speak to this article for you. I am aware that you have a handout this evening with some background information. That's a single-page document that was available when you came into the auditorium. There was also a question and answer document that was posted to the town's website a few days ago. So I will try not to repeat information in there, but I will allude to it in general and try to give you a simple and straightforward background to this article. There is currently litigation pending that involves the use of the property at 11 Roger Road, and what use of that property is valid and legal under the town's zoning bylaw and under the law of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, particularly the zoning act. So I would speak briefly to 3 points: the time issue, the cost issue, and the finality issue. Litigation typically in the land court, where this case has been filed, would take at least a year to get to a point of resolution, and in my experience would likely take a substantial amount of time longer than that. That leads into the second point, which is the cost. The longer you're in litigation, the higher the cost. You have in the materials that have been provided the assessed value of the property and the offer price, which was read in the motion, of $298,000. That offer price is higher than the assessed value, but the reasoning is that you would need to account for the cost of litigation as well, and in determining what amount to offer for the property, that was one of the considerations. In litigation, in any litigation, one of the things that the parties can do, one of the primary things that the parties can do if they are able to reach a resolution, which is what this article is proposing, is achieve finality. And finality relates back to the first 2 points that I made. It cuts off the time, it stops the litigation time, and it will also stop the clock on costs. Finality is important because in any dispute, particularly involving interpretation of zoning and the issue of a non-conforming use, a pre-existing non-conforming use, which is what is involved here, the very same issues that get litigated in year 2 could conceivably arise again in year 6 or year 10 or year 15. So settlement of litigation allows the parties to know what they're going to get, and it allows for a final result, and thus will terminate the dispute. Parties will accept the terms that are there. The vote that you are asked to make tonight under this pending motion is to authorize the acquisition of the property. The negotiation of the particular terms of a purchase and sale agreement would then take place between the 2 parties. That's ultimately the decision of the select board if the terms can be reached, but your vote as the legislative body is required to authorize the purchase.
Thank you. Now, the real moderator is going to announce the vote on warrant article 3.
Warrant Article 2 was adopted by the required 2/3 vote, 304 to 79.
Now, is there any further discussion? Please line up by the microphone, and we're going to try this again. Those people who are in favor of purchase of the property, line up that way. Those people who are not, line up that way. Got it? Two different directions. And the timing is going, because this is beyond me, it's going to be done by Michael. So keep an eye on your time. So I will at this point recognize the first speaker. Please state your name and address.
Jerry.
Jonathan Hankin, 43 West Plain Road. I'm neither in favor nor opposed, but I have a question, which is, if it's a purchase and sale agreement for $298,000, who's going to pay for the environmental review, and how much is that going to cost?
Do you wish to address that to a particular person on the board?
Anyone who knows.
If you'll all be patient on
Madam Moderator, the payment for due diligence that would be conducted by the town as buyer would be a town cost. I don't have a precise number for what would likely be what's called a phase 1 environmental study, which is the standard first level review, if you will, by the licensed site profession under the Chapter 21E provisions of Massachusetts general laws. I would say, though, that it would be at least a cost of $5,000.
All right, the next speaker, please identify yourself.
Andrew Levin, 14 Bill Martin. I'm not for or against. I have a question, and that is, can the town resell its property so we can just get our money back?
The next motion is to give the select board the right to convey the property. So yes, we could sell the property. We are not promising we're going to make a profit on this or even break even, but because of future litigation costs, we think this is the best way to deal with it.
Okay, so we avoid litigation, spend some money, and get a chunk of that money back.
That is correct.
That sounds good.
Right. The next speaker, please.
Douglas Stevenson, 350.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear your name.
Douglas Stevenson, 351 North Plain Road, Housatonic. Just some general questions, and I think these are probably best answered by Mr. Dineski. One is, if maybe you could speak to whether this is generally appropriate for a town to be in the real estate business of acquiring property and then later conveying it in your experience.
It's certainly legal, and it's not unprecedented in my experience. I can tell you that in another community where I do work, this approach to addressing a piece of litigation is actively underway.
All right.
And secondly, is the seller here actively marketing this property to other parties, or are we the only party that he's marketing it to?
We are not aware of any active marketing.
Okay. And the third thing was, what was it?
You're getting close.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Sorry, my brain is like scrambled eggs. Gosh, I don't remember what it was. Oh well, thanks.
All right, thank you. Now, so far, there have only been questions. There's not been in favor or opposed.
That's what I said. Why don't we have a line that's just undecided?
In the middle will be undecided. And you are.
I'm John Grogan, 360 North Plain Road. And what I'm curious about is if this, what is to, once we open this Pandora's box, what is to stop anybody who doesn't like the zoning regulation from digging their heels in and saying, screw you, I'm not going to pay fines until you buy my property, or take some other onerous result that we don't really want. And it seems like we should either enforce the bylaws as they're written or not enforce them. It just seems like a weird idea to sort of placate a business owner by buying a piece of property. Thanks.
You're welcome. Next. Please don't applaud, it just makes us have to sit and eat longer.
Can I just answer that? Michelle,
Yes,
can I just answer?
all right?
John, it's a fair question, but I will tell you that I've learned zoning regulations are not easily enforceable and always appealable to the courts and continue to cost us a huge amount of legal fees. So although it would seem black and white, and I wish it was, it's not that easy.
All right, our next speaker.
Sure. First, I'd like to wish that this becomes a secret ballot.
All right, you have to give me your name and your
right.
voting
I
address.
thought everybody knew. I'm Michael T. Ambleman, 17 Blue Hill Road. Who is this guy? Tonight, I wish this to be a secret ballot. And much of that has to do with my neighbors don't all like my opinions. And they're kind of afraid to raise a hand against their wicked, inexpensive landscaper plow guy, Gary O'Brien, who's here tonight, and I just want to make sure that this is offer accepted. So, tonight, it's in your power to do what I believe is not a good thing, but it's the best choice. I moved here for quality of life, campfire, the restaurant, and about a dozen other solid reasons. I re-fell in love with Great Barrington in 2015, and I lived around the corner from my current home on Commonwealth Avenue, down the street from Credit Union. I bought my humble, affordable home on Blue Hill Road 2 springs ago. I had no idea that I would not have an uninterrupted night's sleep from night 1 in 2017. Through the ZBA hearing, though the ZBA hearing voted to uphold the cease and desist, I learned that I could sue my seller's agent because he didn't disclose the pre-existing noise situation. I am no longer the litigious Michael DeMandelman that I was in eastern Massachusetts. I have dozens of lawyers in California, and I've spent dozens of thousands of dollars winning cases. Tonight, I might have lost a small claims court case. The judge needs to deliberate, so we'll find out. There's been a lot of deliberating on not-so-nice businesses in Great Barrington. There are hundreds of pages of documents from my neighborhood's complaints against GJO LLC regarding noise, exhaust pollution, police reports, plus a total disregard for business hours. Since we neighbors started counting trucks, literally counting trucks, in December 2017, thousands of vehicles have disturbed, jostled the homes, or awakened us, neighbors, between the hours of 8 p.m. and 7 a.m. The police records were accepted as fact by the ZBA. This isn't a rehash of what the ZBA heard, it's a rehash of what the planning board, the select board, and the zoning enforcement officer, building inspector, and possibly the town manager all want. They want GJO LLC to cease and desist. They don't want to go to court to pry the over $500,000 in fines from GJO LLC. The town doesn't want to go toe-to-toe with us tortured neighbors in court. You don't want to listen to me and my neighbors bitch until you're dead, we're dead, or I move away.
And you also are out of time.
Please do the fiscally right thing and approve of what the select board has to offer by ending our town's whatever. Buy out this GJO LLC and let him take his big, noisy, polluting business location elsewhere.
Now let me ask you a question. You started out saying that you wanted to make a motion for a secret ballot. Are you so moving?
Oh, may I move it?
Yes. And second for the secret? All right,
And the question still stands.
oh yes.
Is it on for example?
This is just a secondary motion on that. Take out your card. All those in favor of having the vote by secret ballot, raise your card. And then those opposed. The motion passes. The vote will be by secret ballot. All right, next speaker, please.
Patrick Fennell, 154 Main Street. I'd like to know if the select board has considered a new litigator, lawyer, after the old firehouse and now this. Maybe it's time to get a new lawyer.
Come on, it just makes us stay here longer. Now, the next speaker, please.
Jan Wojcik, 1 Roger Road.
I'm
been
sorry,
6
I
years.
didn't catch your name.
Wojcik.
Thank you.
So I've been there for 6 years. When I first moved in, Bronson was doing garages, trucking with the garbage disposal. There was only a couple of trucks. There were a few small landscaping trucks and all as well. Irish Trucking subsequently was formed, and currently I am one of the neighbors that has a dozen or more triple axle dump trucks rumbling by starting at 4 in the morning, shaking the house and making my property very difficult to sell, to say the least. I don't believe that buying it is the optimal method of dealing with this, but as a town over the years has shown is unwilling to pursue legal avenues to force Gary O'Brien et al. To leave, I think it's the only solution we have at this point in time, and I find it distasteful. But on the other hand, those of us that live in Roger Road, which now has 3 single-family homes, find that without other alternatives, this is unfortunately the only way to get us to sort of stay where we are, as opposed to putting our homes on the market and going elsewhere. I think the problem's been kicked down the pipe for a long time. This all started back in the 90s, and it was in courts back then. It continues in the courts now. And as Mr. Van said, this is only going to continue to fester because as people realize that the business is getting larger and larger, it becomes onerous enough that most of us are willing to put some money up front to start litigation. It won't be against Gary, it'll be against the town itself. So I encourage everybody to think not of the cost per se at this moment, but rather the cost to the neighborhood who's had to suffer through this for the past few years. And I can leave, but not everyone can. So please consider that. Thank you.
Thank you. Who is next?
Jim Stark, 1099 Main Street. I didn't hear an answer to Mr. Fennell's question. I didn't think it was just a rhetorical question. I'd like to hear an actual answer, please.
I don't think our town council has anything to do with our decision as a board, so there was no answer to that.
Thank you. What is the current status of the property, not the status of the lawsuit? Is this still being used?
Yes, it is.
Are these the only 2 options? Either approve the purchase or not, or to drop the lawsuit?
We can continue in litigation, which is where we'll go if this is not approvable. We're in the courts now.
Could the litigation just be suspended?
We could drop the litigation and allow this to happen and the neighborhood to continue to deteriorate. Yes.
Thank you.
Next speaker, please.
Hi, James Harris, 105 Taconic. A point of information, from where will these funds go? Will this affect our tax rate at all, this purchase?
No, this will be from a special fund that we have for real estate purchases and sales.
Okay, because it's the one thing this town has shown is it should not be in the real estate business. I give you the fire station, I give you the school in Housatonic, and most of all, I give you this wonderful high school. The reason all a lot of those seats were unfilled tonight, because they don't work. They're broken or there are holes in them. And I really wish that having the captive audience we could lock the doors and have everybody walk through this school and see the conditions and before we spend one dime on any other piece of real estate. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, please.
I'm in the middle.
Oh, you're in the middle? All right, I'll let you go ahead.
Okay, you first. That's right. No, you okay.
Hi, I'm Steve Farina from 87 Railroad Street. I'm not against the purchase of this property. However, there are a number of things that I am concerned about. And one thing that comes to mind is the very big turnout that we had in this meeting, which I think is largely because of the attempt to repeal the bottle bylaw. And thank you all for participating in that. And that leads to a point that I want to make, that in spite of the fact that there were over 300 signatures, 337 certified signatures on a petition to call for this special town meeting, the select board chose not to send out mailers to all eligible voters of the town of Great Barrington. Therefore, there's an indeterminate number of voters who are unaware that this issue was before them today because they were not properly notified by mailing. That said, I would push to say no on this vote right now and put it on hold until the annual town meeting. They've proven that they can, the select board has proven that they can go forth and negotiate a contract. The date could be extended to the next annual town meeting, and they could come back with answers to some of these questions, such as the soil test, which I suspect will be significantly more than the $5,000 that the town council has suggested. There are other costs that are not known. We don't know what the potential disposition is of the property, and we do know some potential dispositions, but not having any guidance as to which direction it's going to go. All the costs associated with any one of those are indeterminate as well. I say that we vote no on this, put it on hold, and come back and revisit it after we've had a chance to discuss the full option, the full-scale options before us as a town.
Thank you. Next.
I am Bill Warford, 412 Monterey Road. I'm going to go back to the possibility of the properties being needing remediation. You have no idea yet whether the refueling of trucks or anything else there has resulted in a brownfield, do you?
If I could answer that. As with any purchase, what we would do is the phase one study. If there is significant cost, that cost would not bear on the town. That would have to be the seller's expense. The town would not purchase the property if in fact there was significant cost. And as with any purchase and sale, you have to go in order. We have to have the funds, and we have to have a sales agreement, and then we would do our due diligence.
So you don't know?
Not unusual.
Oh, okay, but when I bought my house here outside, or in Barrington, we knew that very shortly after talking to the real estate agents.
Before the funds are out.
What can I say? You don't know, and yet you're willing to enter into a contract. And if the seller decides, no, I don't want to pay for that either,
If we don't buy the property,
and then we're right back to where we are now.
we'd be at that position anyways if there was significant environmental problems.
In that case, I think Mr. Farina's point as well is probably well made, and that is you need to wait and you need to learn and you need to look into this a little more before you commit our money to this.
We're not committing any money until those tests are done.
Well, until those tests, that's a nice way of putting it, but it still doesn't guarantee that our money isn't wasted. And you yourself have said you don't even know whether that money is going to be recouped. So
we can learn more. We can test the property we don't have a contract for. So what we do is we sign a contract. No, we can't sign a contract unless we know we have the money to go through with the contract. That's what the land is. So then we sign the contract. One of the things in the contract says we can then look at the land to make sure it's not poison. If it is, and if it looks like it's going to be expensive, we go to the seller and say, we need to renegotiate. And if they say no, we don't buy it. It doesn't cost us any money but the test, which has to happen anyway. So it can't happen in another order. When you bought your house, you had some sort of agreement before you went on to their land and started testing. You don't just dig, you know, somebody's land. So that's the order it has to happen.
good luck with that.
Karen Smith, 5 Monument Valley Road. I think middle is an excellent descriptor. First of all, I'd like to thank everybody who showed up here tonight. It's so warms my heart that we can have schools that are falling apart and all that other stuff, but yet we come out in droves on a bottle bill and $298,000 that won't impact the tax rate. So I'd like you all to give yourself a hand for that. In reference to this. In reference to this situation, I'm very mixed. First of all, this has been on the town government's docket for a decade, 13 years, I don't know. Ed May did his job, and I don't think he got backed up for a decade. And I want that emblazoned in your head that I said that. I understand the financial, I understand it'll be cheaper, I understand that there'll be finality, I understand there'll be cost, I'll understand that the angina that has been suffered by the select board over a period of time will be mitigated. But what it doesn't do, it doesn't hold the person accountable who has not done what he is supposed to do as a citizen of the town of Great Barrington. That's what it doesn't do. And that annoys me to no end. That this guy has been able to flaunt and do whatever he wanted to do, and whether it's poisoned or whether it's not, or whether he's got ducks or whether he's got chickens, doesn't mean anything. He has not obeyed the law, not paid a fine, not done anything, and now he gets $298,000 when the asking price is $255,000. I have a difficult time accepting that. I really do. And as elected officials and paid people, why this has gotten to this point, 13 or 14 or whatever the years are, and I'm misquoting it, so sue me. I expect leadership. This does not demonstrate it, but I understand Mr. Dinesky's statements about cost and finality and all that, but it really annoys me, and I wish we would, as a town, say, no, we're not going to take it. Yeah, it's going to cost us money one way or the other, but I think our leaders need to be accountable for this debacle.
Now, is there anyone else who wishes to speak?
Just to be clear, the first agreement for judgment in court was in 1996. So this has been going on a long time. And it will not be available in 10 months.
Now, is there anyone else who wants to speak for or against? All right.
I just want to go over the numbers quickly. What we are offering is $298,000. The assessment is $257,000 or so. We are likely to lose money when we sell this, although right now we're not voting on selling it, we're just voting to buy it. The Secretary Board is authorizing us to sell it. We're very likely to lose money. We will probably lose less money than the estimated up to $100,000 we may spend litigating. We spend tens of thousands of dollars, and we may litigate it and not like the results. We'll definitely not like the results. The results won't be as final. It'll be somewhere in the middle.
All right, sir.
Mike Parsons, 22 Seaton Cross Road, third generation at least. If the property can be purchased by the town, is it not possible for the property to be purchased by the abutters so that the townspeople don't have to bear the cost of putting an end to this litigation? If we can buy it, why can't the abutters get together as a group, buy it, get Gary O'Brien out of there if that's their end game, and then turn around and sell it and recoup their money? I don't really understand why the town has to be the ones to spend the money on this. I had somebody call me today about a driveway permit, and when I talked to them about it, they said, if the town doesn't issue a driveway permit to me, I'll just sue them and they'll buy my property from me, and that'll be the end. So I think it sets a very bad precedent for us to go and to buy a piece of property that we really don't want, just to end litigation. And I would ask Mr. Dinesky, he said that that this would bring an end to it in finality. Suppose that the town buys the property and then sells it to somebody else, and the next group of neighbors becomes enraged over what the people we sold it to are doing with it, and now we're right back into litigation again. Would there be something in the sale documents that would preclude that from happening?
Thank you for your comments. Next speaker, please.
Just very briefly, the form of sale could take many variations, but it could certainly include some type of agreement as to what the permissible uses of the land after the fact would be. No one can ever say that you would never have a dispute, but the effort would be made to make sure that use was compatible, complied with zoning, and that there were teeth in the agreement to enforce the use.
Thank you. Next speaker.
Michael Wise, 173 Castle Street. I'm here because I wear too many hats. The first thing I did on the ZBA of great significance was a difficult case involving this property. This year we have the same case, only with variations. Again, I've observed several times to people that in an ideal world where it was easy to get things organized, the solution when you have a nuisance and the neighbors is either the neighbors buy out the nuisance or the nuisance buys out the neighbors. But it's hard to organize that deal. I understand that there have been some exploratory talks about that, and the nuisance is insisting on an impossibly high price, and the neighbors have not been able to get it together. For the town to assemble and mediate this and buy it to extinguish the nuisance strikes me as a sensible way to go. My last point, it can be expensive to litigate over honor. To say that they should have paid the fines feels good, but it might not actually work. It may turn out at the end of the day that they get to keep on doing it. I voted twice in favor of enforcement action because I thought my position was defensible, but I'll be honest, it is quite possible that a court would disagree with that at some point. When both parties to this are looking at the costs and the benefits, both parties are looking at litigation costs. The number that they came up with for this offer is a little higher than I had originally guessed, but it's in the ballpark. I think this is a sensible deal.
Okay, remember you can only speak once on the motion. And then new speaker.
Carol Deal, Housatonic. I'll be very brief. As a homeowner, regarding the issue of whether the neighbors should buy it out or the town should buy it out, as a homeowner, I would hope that the town would support me in such a situation and not just leave it to us to settle. Thank you.
Right, this appears to be the last speaker. We've had a vote on having a secret ballot, so we'll have a secret ballot. You're using the light blue ballot. A yes vote is for the town to have authority to buy the property. A no vote is for the town not to have authority. And with that, I am turning the podium back to the moderator.